Welcome back to Retro Tech Toys. I was gone a little bit for preparation for the holidays, and I'm back with these two really cool things. They're these little handheld joystick plug-and-play video games. I've got one here for the Fantastic Four and one here for Miss Pac Man. I actually just picked up the Miss Pac Man one today. I think it's pretty cool. It kind of resembles the arcade cabinet, just a little bit, kind of like the design. And it's actually got a micro switch controller on top there, which is all sorts of cool. I haven't played it yet. I'm going to do that here on the show today. It's got two buttons, and I don't really know what they do. And here's the Fantastic Four one. The controller's a little bit tighter on this one. Definitely not micro switch, and it's got a couple little things here. I thought maybe that was a button, but it wasn't. It's got three buttons on it. Again, not sure what they do, but it's a pretty nifty looking little thing, and we're going to hook both of these up today and try them out. We're going to try one on a 4K TV, and we're going to try them on a Commodore 1702 monitor, just to kind of see what the differences would be. So here's the two things here that we've got, the Miss Pac-Man and the Fantastic Four. There's the 4K TV, and there's the Commodore 1702 monitor. Yes, it's seen better days, but it still gets a nice picture, so we're going to check it out, and we're going to see if these things are cool, and if playing them on a high-definition TV versus an older CRT makes a big difference. And we're going to see if these things are worth having. So here's Miss Pac-Man, and it kind of looks really pixelated, as we'd probably expect on a 4K TV. Everything looks kind of, I don't know, garbled, I guess, in a way. The little dots that Miss Pac-Man is eating, they're kind of weird looking, and the ghosts were a little weird, and I think that's just going to be because this is blowing up to 4K quality, so to speak, but it's probably only displaying in like 460 or whatever it is. So not being able to upscale to HD is going to be a massive problem, especially not being able to upscale to Ultra HD or HD. This is not the most faithful representation of the game. The sound is a little weird for me. The controller is terrible. It's a micro switch controller, but it's just awful. You've got to really give it a good press for it to change directions, and sometimes it misses your input, and I don't really think that should be happening. But anyway, let's switch over to the Fantastic Four. It looks really terrible, I can tell you that already. I don't know if it's because it's a 4K TV. I have no idea. But I'm going to guess, yeah, it probably is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and play this, and that's my bird's tail there that you see up top. They were hanging out with me today, as they usually do. Playing this game, my first impressions is I don't like it. It's really bad. I mean, clearly this was just something that someone got the license to Fantastic Four and just threw this game together really quick. I mean, graphically, it does not look good on the HD TV. Maybe that'll be a little different when we hook it up to the 1702. But for now, as far as I'm concerned, it's not good. I would not recommend this at all. Thankfully, I got it for free. There's a store that I frequent that sells a lot of really cool stuff. It's like a game store and a music store and a bookstore, and they sell old hardware and retro stuff. They're right down the street from me. They have a bin outside where people just throw things, and you can have them for free. And I got a bunch of these in that free bin, and the Fantastic Four was one of them. They were just sitting there, so I grabbed them. Now, the Miss Pac-Man one I actually bought. I paid $4 for it. Same store, though. But anyway, this is not a good game. I'm playing easy mode, and it's kind of difficult. And it's not even difficult because the game is hard. It's difficult because the controls are terrible. The button combinations are horrible. Graphically, it's really bad. And it's just not a good game. Would I recommend this even for maybe a kid, like a toddler that was learning how to play video games? No, I probably wouldn't. For free, why not? It looks cool. It'll look cool on my shelf. I like the Fantastic Four, so that's probably where that's going to be. And this is probably the last time I'll play this, to be honest with you. But, yeah, anyway, I'm sorry to rag on it so hard. It's just not very good. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up, and I will be back when the time comes to hook both games up to the 1702 monitor. Alright, so here we are with the 1702 monitor, and sorry for the weird flicker, that's just an artifact from the camera trying to film a CRT monitor. But anyway, here we are with the Fantastic Four controller hooked up to it, and already it looks a lot better. You can tell everything is a bit more crisp, and I mean, it's not exactly the most crisp set of graphics you've ever seen, but it looks a lot better on the CRT. So let's just go ahead and play through and see if it's a little bit easier. Looks a little bit better, possibly. I mean, I can read the text a lot better. That's already good. Yeah, and there we go. I mean, you can't really do much for the gameplay on this little guy, but, you know, the device itself, but it looks a lot better. I would probably much rather play this on an older CRT television just like this. I don't think I'd ever want to play one of these on an HD TV, even though you can technically hook it up. I mean, if that's all you have, then that's all you have. But if you've got an option like this, I highly recommend doing this instead. The sound, in my opinion, is a lot better, you know, based on the speakers that the 1702 comes with. Been around for quite a while, and they're a bit older, but I think they still sound pretty nice. Like I said, you know, the gameplay on this particular game is just not very good at all, but, you know, at least we're able to see everything a lot better, and, you know, also with the TV being a lot smaller, that helps to make the graphics a bit more crisp. Yeah, I like the way this looks a lot more. And let's go ahead and finish this up, and I'll be back to put on Miss Pac Man to see how that holds up. Alright, here's Miss Pac Man, and yeah, this one clearly also looks a lot better, but, you know, I think that was to be expected. This still isn't the most playable version of Miss Pac Man. That micro switch controller is still quite a pain. I just don't know what it is about that thing. It's just not responsive at all. That said, whatever sound chip this thing has, I don't think it duplicates the sound of the actual game as well as I would like, but that's okay. That's just nitpicking. I actually really like this Miss Pac Man plug and play TV game. I like the design and the way it kind of mimics the cabinet of the arcade version. It's super cool. I'm going to go ahead and play through this and let everyone hear what it sounds like and see what it looks like. But already, yeah, I think this is a lot better. Ooh, and here we are with the first little cutscene. They meet. But yeah, the music, it's not quite right, but that's okay. I enjoy this, and unlike the Fantastic Four game, I'd probably play this one a lot more. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this comparison, kind of a review of these two little things. I have a bunch more of these that I need to dig out and do videos on. I've got like a Pirates of the Caribbean one, and a couple of other different ones, and I like these guys a lot. You know, it's easy just to plug them up and toss a couple of batteries in them and just have something to play for a bit. Well, anyway, that's it, and I'll be back later with more episodes, and thank you for watching Retro Tech Toys as always. See you next time.